I'm afraid I have a new directive.
Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hi everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to yet another movie reaction out here from me to you. Nice to see you. How you doing? Today we are here once again to catch me up on the most recent installment of a franchise that I otherwise know fairly well. Today it is the Alien franchise and we are here to watch Alien Romulus. I have seen all of the Alien movies with the exception of Alien Romulus. Even Alien Earth, the television show, I'm watching that over on my Patreon right now if you want to stop over and have a look. I have episodes coming out every week. But aside from that, Alien Romulus is the only Alien movie I haven't seen, which is actually a little funny because I'm not somebody who grew up with the Alien movies. I actually didn't see any of them until a few years ago. And the funny part is the first Alien movie I saw, I had no idea until it was almost over that it was an Alien movie. Till about maybe 2/3 of the way in. The first time you see a xenomorph. In the movie Prometheus, it finally occurred to me, hey, this might be an Alien movie. Had no idea before that, just thought it was some kind of sci-fi movie that took place out in space, had kind of an all-star cast. So I kind of inadvertently walked into my first Alien movie, and after that I'm like, well, I should probably watch the rest of them. As for Alien Romulus, I'm not exactly sure what we're walking into here. I'm pretty sure that this story is supposed to take place between Alien and Aliens. Obviously, for those of us who have watched the Alien movies, we know there's a big empty time period between the first two movies. I believe it's like 60 years that Ripley is in cryosleep. I don't know if any of these people have anything to do with Ripley or anyone else we know from those stories. I know that our lead that we see on all the posters for Alien Romulus is Cailee Spaeny. I think I'm saying her name right, forgive me if I'm not. The only thing I know about her is that I've seen her in Civil War, which I also watched out here on the channel. We have David Jonsson, who I know was just announced to be in the new Black Panther movie that's going to be coming out. He's going to play Prince T'Challa. And then Isabela Merced, who I think I've said her name right, but she's basically in everything. She's in Last of Us, she's in the new DC universe as Hawkgirl, she's just all over the place. But as far as the movie, I'm imagining we're going to be in space. I'm imagining there's going to be xenomorphs. I'm imagining there's going to be people dying, especially since there are people who have to die to give birth to the xenomorphs. Beyond that, who among us knows what's specifically going to happen in an Alien movie when we walk into it for the first time? The only way to find out is to watch the movie, but before we do, I want to be sure to remind you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over there right now. There's full-length reactions to other movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, including Alien Earth, as I said, all kinds of stuff. I hope you go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. I have nothing else to say here on the front end. Let us get to watching 2024's Alien Romulus. Here we go. I need to quit. I did not have the plot up on the screen. I am seeing it says 2142 for the year, though. And they are going to have the same kind of screens and interfaces that the originals have because it's supposed to take place in that time period, I think, within that 60-year period. Okay, they're just bringing in specimens floating out in space. Whatever this ship was specifically looking to retrieve from what looked like a crash site. Something floating out there. It looks fossilized, or I don't know. I have to imagine there's a xenomorph in there of some kind. You also have to imagine that cutting into some random thing that you just pulled into your ship that was floating around in space. Probably not the smartest idea. What I was wondering, is it the xenomorph somehow that Ripley ejected out of the ship in the first movie? Like, would it have been able to, like, put some kind of protective coating around itself or something? I was going to say, are we starting on Earth? But no, just her memory of Earth.
You hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He needed space.
I'm begging you, you got to stop. Stay close to me.
Alright, so they're not on a ship, at least not currently. Jackson started mining colony. We know whoever they are to each other, that they've been with each other for a while.
What did I do?
It's a scam. The ball's never under the cup that you pick. It's a trick.
So he's naive and she's protecting him. She seems highly distracted and nervous about something.
I met my quota and I should be free to go now.
Where are your parents?
They died 3 cycles ago.
Oh, she's underage. so she needs permission to travel. Okay, so this is her brother then. He seems like he would be older, but somehow is more naive.
Quotas have been raised to 24,000 hours. The company is really grateful for your ongoing service.
Company's really grateful for your ongoing service. Keep you as slave labor.
You're bleeding.
Okay, that's what I wondered. I thought he was a synthetic of some kind, but she describes him as her brother.
Oh, I shouldn't have left you alone.
I wonder what happens if she just leaves. Do they come after her? They basically just have a system they can just keep them in slavery for as long as they want to.
Okay, Rain. Hi.
There she is.
I missed you. I know my brother missed you too.
I'm really glad you came.
I'm assuming they have some kind of underground mission. They need her help.
Some old relic's probably damaged or obsolete.
Like that guy over there.
Beyond.
It's not nice to say. He's just playing video games. Leave him alone.
Decommissioned ships still carry tons of functional equipment.
That ship still has a few parts left.
You want to break into a Wayland-Yutani ship
Before someone else does.
There you go. They're not technically going to break into the ship. The ship is abandoned. It's salvage more than anything else.
Andy.
He's a Wayland-Yutani synthetic. He speaks mother.
It's the only way to get in.
Okay, so that makes a little more sense that he was a synthetic they salvaged.
I'm not sending my brother up there alone.
He's not your brother though, is he?
I don't think this guy's doing much to help their cause.
I'm sorry, my cousin can be a sometimes, but he's right about something. This company are not going to give us anything. We have to take it. I don't want to end up like our parents.
I think she's going to have to get out of there. And I think we're going to find out why this ship was abandoned. I think it's the ship we just saw intercept a xenomorph floating out in space.
Comm panel. Ground spoilers.
They are armed. First time in space, huh?
Yeah.
This is a different catalyst for a story in an alien movie than I've seen before, I believe. I don't know if I'd call it a heist movie. Kind of. More of like an opportunistic kind of salvage. Seems like that's incredibly dangerous, but he's also the person that's stupid enough to do it.
Oh, that's big. What is that?
Decommissioned outpost? I don't know. Probably got dragged into our orbit.
You know, you'd figure if there's an abandoned Wayland-Yutani ship just hovering out there, that there would be Wayland-Yutani people out there intercepting it.
It's 36 hours, give or take.
Before the station crashes against the ranks.
Should be in and out in 30 minutes.
They will not be in and out in 30 minutes. And this starts their clock for 36 hours.
Just one directive. Do what's best for Rain.
He's going to sacrifice himself. That directive is foreshadowing.
Okay, hurry up, we're docking in 2 minutes. Hey, no. My
Well, leave him alone. Andy, take no notice.
They're going to get him killed because they don't care about him. This bull cousin in particular. He just thinks he's a possession, just a piece of equipment. He is not. I thought they opened a door. They're in a ventilation system of some kind.
Looks like we're in 0G.
Gravity generators. When offline, they still purge themselves every few minutes.
Oh, so they're going to go back and forth between having gravity and not having gravity. That seems like that would be enough to make you nauseous, or to be incredibly dangerous if you have a ton of things floating around and they all come slamming down. Yeah, I wouldn't stay floating for too long. Gravity's going to slam you into the ground. Yeah, how are you supposed to operate with that? Every so often, gravity's going to kick back in and slam you into the ground.
Okay, watch out, gravity's coming back.
There you go. I feel like that's foreshadowing for later on, though, that they'll lose gravity again.
Pods don't have enough fuel.
They're loaded up for 3 years in stasis. Yeah, but it takes 9 years to get to your Varga, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Your Varga's in the system, so what are we supposed to do now? What are we gonna do?
Shut up.
You might want to give him some time to think and figure things out. Never ceases to amaze me, the kind of person who's panicking, like, what do we do now? How is this going to happen? How's that going to happen? It's like, dude, the thing just happened. They need time to be able to plan. Give him a second.
Why is he being such a to him? Because of what happened to his mom?
Last cycle, there was a gas leak in the mines, so a synthetic made the call to seal them with Fearn's mom still trapped inside.
Great. So this cousin who's a jerk and her synthetic brother are headed for a conflict that one of them will not survive, I imagine. Okay. Well, this is looking very similar to the ship that brought in the xenomorph. I'm forgetting, was she pregnant? Or maybe she's just getting sick from the gravity fluctuation.
I'm not sick.
What's wrong then?
Nothing.
Yeah. So she didn't say it, but she is.
Who's the father?
Some asshole. Don't tell my brother.
I won't say anything.
I'm just happy this baby will get to see the sun.
It makes me wonder, again, now she has an actual child in there, but you think about how xenomorphs are born.
You see me in Yavaga? No, you're not going to Yavaga. Beyond, stop. Yeah, it's an on-Wayland's Yutani system, so no fake people allowed.
Rain could end up in prison if she takes you with her.
Oh, so they conveniently left this little detail out. I very seriously doubt she would have participated in this if she had known that detail, that there's no way for him to come with them.
So he didn't know.
I just did not have the heart to tell him.
You shouldn't feel bad.
Oh, she knew. I had no idea she knew. Wow, that can't be allowed to stand.
It doesn't matter to him. Okay, he's not, real.
He is real, and he's also one of the last connections that she has to her parents.
I could probably fry synthetic for one of these.
I'm really getting sick of this guy. Really getting sick of this guy.
Well, watch out.
And he just saved your life.
It's only a synthetic.
First of all, messed up thing to say. They keep underlining this point. But secondly, yeah, acid that burned all the way through the ship. We know what that means.
45 Ks. It's more than enough fuel to get us to Yavaga. Some kind of emergency lockdown.
Obviously, that's no random room.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't shove your hand or your arm in there. Close the rest of the way on it and you lose it. That, whatever was on that screen looked like a diagram of a face hugger.
Hey, don't worry, we'll get him out of there.
Yeah, and deeper we go. Wouldn't even have to go on the space station. And we're just throwing more victims at it.
They're in there. Hey, what are you doing?
This module is still working. I can try to transfer its credentials to Andy. A higher clearance should open that door.
I mean, that's smart thinking. I didn't think of that. It's also, though, a matter of if Andy's going to have a change of heart, knowing that he's going to be destroyed or he'd have to be decommissioned rather than go with Rain. I don't think he'll turn against her. I mean, maybe. But... oh, facehugger is thawing out. Okay, multiple facehuggers thawing out. That is a problem. That is more than enough for all them. I get the feeling this synthetic is going to wake up.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow. That was Ian Holm, or a version of him.
This is from that synthetic. Try putting out Andy's module.
I'm so sorry.
Just get out of here.
The bigger question, I wonder, is will Andy inherit any of the personality or directives of that other synthetic? Because if so, he might be willing to sacrifice all of them. All right, well, one or both of them are gone. Yep, well, it doesn't have him yet, but wow. Never seen anybody be able to fight off a facehugger before. Wow. Really learning a lot more firsthand about the facehuggers than I think we've seen before. She's gonna run. She's definitely gonna run. I felt like that was gonna happen. Yeah, you guys gotta get out of there fast. This facehugger central. Oop, one got out. Oh, and all the others are fighting to get out. Ooh, that is bad news. Yep, she's gone.
I surmise he's feeding her oxygen to keep her alive. For what purpose, I do not know.
That is different than he has sounded before, that's for sure.
Andy, do you know how to help her?
I'm afraid my knowledge database has not really changed. I do not know what this creature is or how to remove it safely. But there's someone in this room who might.
Oh, he can bring the other synthetic back online. Again, this has to be a synthetic that is a similar version to Ian Holmes from the original Alien, but this is not the Nostromo, so it can't be him. I think I heard about this when this movie came out, but I had totally forgotten about it. Maybe it was him. I thought his name was Rook.
Have mercy and end her life now. If not, you all die.
The facial technology is a little janky, but it's okay.
What's gonna grow out of her?
Oh, there's the body of one.
Of the 7 crew members aboard the USS Nostromo, only 1 survived.
So it was the same one.
It wreaked havoc over this station until what was left of our security forces shot it dead.
So what, it hatched a bunch of eggs before it died, and they put all the facehuggers in stasis?
What if we use the cryo fuel to freeze the root of the tail? Maybe if it's frozen, it won't choke her.
That could work.
That is a delicate process, because you could also kill her if you're not super specific with where you spray it. Oh, it already deposited it in her. It's too late. It's a horror movie. People gotta die.
Andy, what's going on?
I'm sorry, but we can't let her back on the ship.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, he's gonna die too. It just barely went down into her throat. It makes you wonder if there's some way she could, like, they could still puke it back up if it just barely entered her system.
You won't see me as a child anymore.
Yeah, I think the thing you don't understand is that Andy is far stronger than you are. Yeah, you're going to have a xenomorph loose on this ship, and then you're going to be stranded. You're going to have no way to get back off.
Navarro?
Yeah, doesn't take long. Ooh, that's quite a view to have of that right before it's about to happen.
Navarro, please! Navarro!
You need to get away. You need to get away. There's nowhere for you to go, but you need to get away.
Navarro, what's going on?
They're about to crash is what's going on.
Please don't let me die.
It's incredibly sad. Someone you know is going to die begging for their life. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, this went from bad to worse very fast. Also, it seems like the hatching time for xenomorphs has sped up over the course of these movies. First movie, it seemed like it was much slower. Yeah, it was too late, buddy. You should have listened. Now you'll be lucky if any of you live. Well, they got the ship back, but who knows if it's in any kind of condition to fly now.
Mother, what's the integrity of compound Z01? Stop.
And now they have this half-destroyed rogue synthetic working against them, probably. Ash. It wasn't Rook, it was Ash on the original.
ND 255 artificial person. I'm Science Officer Rook, and I humbly request your services now.
I'm afraid I have just one directive.
Your outbreak came with a new directive and overrides the old one.
So he's going to turn against her, potentially? Or his old directive has to fight back against the new directive? That's an interesting dynamic. She's always been used to him having her best interests at heart. What if he doesn't now?
If we raise the temperature in the room to match our bodies, would that make us invisible to them? If we're quiet enough?
Just one way to find out.
That's a hell of a gamble. But, I mean, yeah, might be the only chance you have. See, this is still going to be the thing, too. If a facehugger ends up on her when she's already pregnant, how does that work?
This temperature is now equal to your bodies, so the creature should not be able to see you. But stress, fear, panic will spike your temperature and you'll be exposed.
I get the feeling that his new directives are going to bring him to the point of being willing to potentially sacrifice them, even her, and that eventually his old programming and his actual care for her is going to have to break through. That's a hopeful view. Let's not forget this is a horror movie. I feel like the most hopeful view at this point is she and Andy end up headed off somewhere else where they can actually be happy at the end of this. Ooh, yeah, that guy had a bad day. Oh, have we seen that before? They shed their skins? I think maybe we have. Oh, it's like a cocoon where they grow into their next form. Yeah, I don't see this guy making it. He's been terrible to this point. He has tons of bad ideas. I'm hoping she makes it, but I don't know if that'll happen. Yeah, I don't know if that was as successful as you think it is. Oh, great. Now it's eating through your ship. There you go. Yep, there he goes. You didn't stop it. You just made it really mad. Also, all of these things have defense... I mean, not that they would know that, but all these things have defense systems built into them anyway. Okay, you have to go hide. That is your only hope right now. Ooh, ow. Yeah, I wonder if she's lost the baby with that kind of fall. That was really bad. Okay, you guys gotta get out of there. Fast.
Run.
Yeah, like a lot. There's so many parts of the birthing process to these xenomorphs. They're not even birthing, but like their development. Yeah. I still have the same question about the xenomorphs. What is the purpose of the xenomorph? Like, what is its instinct right now? Like, you get this idea that they have an instinct to hunt. It didn't look like they're eating the things they kill. That drew attention.
Annie, open the door.
Annie, open the door.
Look at me. Kate, look at me. Look.
He won't do it. He can't let her die. Come on.
Andy, please!
You can almost see it fighting.
Open the
Ooh. Too late. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. They would have all died.
What's your prime directive?
To do what's best for the company.
That's one of the most chilling sentences he could have said, that his new directive is what's best for the company. I had to know when we put that in there was going to be more than just authorization that came with it.
To finish the task Rook has entrusted upon me, you will be free to continue to Yavaga together, and I'll return to Jackson. That is assuming we make it out of here alive.
I mean, I know in their case it's programming, but again, from some of the stuff we see in the Alien Earth show, it's amazing the kind of devotion to the company you work for in some of these cases, even among non-synthetics in some cases.
Mankind was never truly suited for space colonization. They're simply too fragile.
I didn't know that this Ian Holm synthetic was going to play this much of a role in this movie. I thought it was just going to be a cameo.
This is a much needed and well overdue upgrade for humanity. We simply cannot wait for evolution anymore.
So we're going to make more well-suited workers who don't get harmed and die as easily.
Wait, do you see it?
Yeah, it's good at hiding, that's for sure.
On the bottom floor of the station, below our features a vacuum of space. You shoot that creature, and it's a guaranteed instant decompression, and we all die.
So what's the point in giving us the guns?
Because the creature may see it as a threat.
Yeah, I was about to say, why give him the rifle if that's the case? And I don't think the xenomorph is going to see the rifle as a threat that it's going to be afraid of. The xenomorph doesn't seem to be afraid of much.
Andy. Are you there?
Yeah, I don't think Andy's going anywhere with her now. But I do wonder if maybe at the last moment, their prior connection will become instrumental in saving her. Yeah, they didn't pay attention to that's what happened to the rat.
T-minus 20 minutes to impact event.
I mean, that's the other part. How do they plan to get back to the surface with any of this if the whole station's about to run into the rings? I think he's going to double cross them. I think he's going to take the ship because that's what's best for the company. Yeah, that seems not good.
I think we better go back and find another way.
That might be a good idea.
I think that there could be any number of xenomorphs in there.
Great.
Stop.
Ah, was her. Yeah, but you have to imagine by now a face hugger has gotten to her.
I tell her she's losing a lot of blood.
Maybe that's why she hasn't been implanted yet.
Oh.
How do you know? There's no dead parasitoid by her feet.
It wasn't just that it was a human voice down there. It was his sister's voice.
It worked on the rat.
It did something else to the rat.
We take her back to the hauler and we put her in the cryopod. I don't trust this.
Andy, will she make it?
If we hurry.
That's got to really mess with her mind now, for the first time not being able to trust him. That's the thing, with that much of the ship taken over, are there other xenomorphs down there? You'd figure there have to be.
You see, you're so close.
Ooh, there it is.
Watch out!
Ooh. He's gonna shoot it. He still has a gun. He doesn't have any other choice. Yeah, I knew there had to be more. I don't think he had time. Okay, so we brought one back from the brink, but lost another.
This goes straight to our ship. An autopilot will fly you back to our colony.
What about you?
I'll find a way back.
She won't, unless there's some kind of escape pod or something. Did Andy lie about what's in her stomach? That would be the perfect cover. Was she implanted? And he said she wasn't. And this is their way to get this... Oh, no. I was going to say, and this is their way to get this back to the colony. But so she's not going to survive anyway. I know she's there. They could be hiding anywhere in there.
Let me take it out. I'll fix you in return.
You'll die in air. That's not in the best interest of the company. Or mine.
Yeah, he is real to her. The part of him that was working toward those directives, I think, figures that they'll have to put it back in at some point because they'll need the ship authorization.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you all need to get out of there fast. Or I wonder, will it change her child that she's carrying? Will it change that into something else?
Open the door!
I'm afraid I must deny your petition.
They're going to have to get creative. See, that's the thing. They're in a position now where they almost have to put it back in just so they can have the ship authorization.
Press it, so I can take control of your ship and fly you out of here.
Who are you?
A friend.
No, you're not. You know that she's injected herself, and you want to get what she's injected herself with to the planet, to the colony.
Can you tell me one of your jokes?
I read a great book about zero gravity.
I just couldn't put it down.
Turning off the gravity generator.
There we go. I knew that would come back. Oh, so then she can shoot them because their blood won't go through the hull. That's pretty smart.
Wait, are you sure about this?
Only one way to find out.
I mean, it can still go through something if it floats into something. And when you do put the gravity back on, it's going to be hell to pay. I mean, I just don't think that you're going to get to the end of them. There's just too many. And now all the acid's floating towards you.
Stay behind me! Andy, be careful.
Yikes. Trying to float through a cyclone of acid. They know how to create some truly scary situations in this movie. That was very, very close. Either one of them could die from this. Yeah, and the whole thing is about to be... I mean, it's as if we didn't have enough ticking clocks. I knew it was going to be something. Ooh. That was not helpful. They don't have long until the gravity purge. Grab. Quickly.
Come on.
Ooh, jeez. They know how to create suspense. Actually saved by a xenomorph. Go figure. Yeah, there goes your decompression. Ooh. There goes the xenomorphs. The elevator is out of order. And of course it missed one. Jeez. She can't catch a break. Good for you, Andy.
Get away from her. You bitch.
Little callback if you're not going to have Sigourney Weaver in this one. That's still acid blood, and you might want to get the hell out of there.
It took you so long. Rescue you out of here.
I'm glad to see you two made it.
Yeah, they're going to take off, but she's going to transform into some other kind of creature or something. It's not like it's all happily ever after. All because they were stupid enough to go and retrieve the xenomorph that Ripley sent out into space. They didn't retrieve her. She was still in space for years after this, I think.
What are you doing?
Yeah, they're not going.
I'm afraid I must deny your petition.
You are insignificant in the great scheme of things.
Yeah, that's going to work. Especially as you're about to be destroyed yourself. But the problem is, wherever they're going, they're taking her with them, with that compound in her blood.
You're coming with me.
That's what's best for Rain.
Eddie, I have a new directive for you. Do what's best for us.
Done.
I'm glad they're both still alive, at least at the end of this. Well, alive in Andy's case, but hey, he's real to us. So that's what we'll go with. Yeah, did it happen to her baby, not her.
Get it away from me.
No, at least she's not going to be worried about... Ooh, acid. I don't think it's going to work. This is not going to be good. Had to have one more issue before we could take off. And for all we know, the mother of this creature may be still bleeding up there. She could be gone by the time she gets up there. Wow, that was fast. Behind her. Yeah. Almost looked like an albino xenomorph. That thing grew super fast. Ooh, did he decapitate him? So these are the creatures they thought were going to work in their minds. Yeah, Andy's not gone yet, and I think he can be repaired. Didn't make sure it was working before you went out there with it. Oh. Yeah, you need to get to safety if you can. Andy will be okay. Can repair him later. This is mirroring the end of the first one where she's trying to get into the suit. Where are we going here? She has to let Andy go. Oh no. Her own version of dropping it out of the airlock. Lure it down there and then drop the cargo bed. Right into the rings. Wow, that's quite a plan. Will it be smart enough to see it coming? Behind you. Hit it. They just have to keep the suspense going, don't they? Just have to keep it going. Oh, burn through. Suck it down into the hole. Did it actually fall through? Or is it going to come back here at the last second again? Yep, there it is. It's never that simple. There you go. I knew that was coming back at some point, the line being wrapped around that last latch. Alright, get back up to the ship. Repair Andy. Quickly. Pull the ship up, too. You're about to crash. Jeez. Just never stopped on the tension the whole time. It just kept trading one problem for another.
I'll fix you.
Yeah, I mean, they built him back from scrap. I'm sure she can build him back up again. All right, let's go to the wrap-up. Well, that's the question, though. Is Kay actually dead? I think she was killed by her offspring. And even if she is, she's still on the ship. Is there something within the compound she was injected with that can survive, that can still cause a problem? I mean, honestly, they set Rain off in this direction that's the same as how they sent Ripley off in the first movie. She has herself on a ship. She's in cryostasis. She has Andy in cryostasis with her so that she has a chance to repair him later on, bring him back to full operational order. Of course, leading into a sequel. Now, as I'm looking at this, it says a sequel is in development. I hope that's true. It's really frustrating when you have things like this that are kind of just left hanging. I thought I had heard somewhere that there weren't actually plans to do a sequel. I mean, to be fair, this is on the Wikipedia page, so that might end up being wrong, I'm not sure. But I hope they actually end up doing a sequel and going down this line. I feel like this works. I feel like this is an interesting direction to go. You have so many of these series where you have starts and stops. I personally liked Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I was surprised to hear there's a lot of people didn't like those movies. The only Alien movies that I really didn't like, I mean, Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, there's a lot of people who like Alien 3. Alien 3 was a David Fincher movie. I probably need to go back and watch Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection again, but I get the feeling that there was maybe like a theatrical cut that wasn't as good, and then there's a different cut out there that people prefer when they're watching Alien 3. Alien Resurrection, I haven't heard a ton of positive about. I remember the writing not feeling like it was as good. So you were 4 movies in at that point, and again, even in that was the main continuity. They went a long time without Alien movies, or between Alien movies. So everything is kind of separated and everyone has different people involved. They did bring Ridley Scott back for Prometheus and Alien Covenant. The one thing I will say, as far as the actual weakest movies though, is Alien vs. Predator. The first one I felt like was okay. I felt like it was fairly enjoyable. I don't think it was great. The second one, if you're going to take a xenomorph and a predator and try to make them horror movie villains in a small town on Earth, I just feel like it's not the right structure. I feel like that's like a Jason Voorhees kind of thing, or a Michael Myers kind of thing. I feel like the xenomorphs are the scariest and most effective when they're in space. Now, a caveat to that being the Alien Earth show, which I have enjoyed quite a bit, did definitely go a different direction. As far as this one, I think the cast all did a great job. They all fulfilled the roles they needed to. I really cared about Rain and Andy's relationship. I really cared about them getting away. Cailee Spaeny is, it is only the second movie I've seen her in, but I've enjoyed her in both the movies I've seen her in. I honestly didn't expect them to come back and use this synth that was the same model as Ian Holmes' character from the original Alien. I didn't expect him to be such a big part of the movie. Once I saw him, I did remember hearing about that when this movie came out, but I didn't know he played such a major role. I imagine they had to have his family on board with that being okay and all of it. But what can you say? It was an Alien movie. It was an Alien movie with a different catalyst to it. It was people trying to escape a horrible life on a mining planet. By the time we're done, there's only one left, which is about par for the course with an Alien movie. 2, if you include Andy. Still headed toward this better life, supposedly, but if they do end up having a sequel, you have to figure something is going to happen on the ship before they get to this better place, this better life that they're headed after. Either that, or they bring something to this new place with them. So if they actually do end up having the sequel, it'll be interesting to see where they go. But especially in older movies, and I think I felt this a fair amount with the first Alien movie. I did do a reaction out here to the first Alien movie, if you want to go check that out. It does feel slower, and maybe not slower, but just quieter. It didn't really use a lot of music in that movie. There was a lot of long, drawn-out quiet, and they were just trying to draw out the dread. They knew that you knew the xenomorph was in the shadows somewhere. So it's kind of like the Batman thing where he says, I don't have to be in every shadow, when they believe I can be in any shadow. And that's kind of what the deal was with the xenomorph. It's like, you end up scared of any dark place in the entire ship, because all of a sudden the wall behind somebody could start moving and the xenomorph could be in there with you. And then the whole dynamic changes. Somewhere where you think you might be safe for the moment, might be looking for a way out, might be looking for a way to safety, and all of a sudden you're in the heart of the lion's den with all these xenomorphs. So they knew how to get their tension and how to keep it going. I have to give them credit for that. So for that, I really enjoyed this movie. They made you care about the characters you needed to care about. There were characters you really didn't like very much. Well, mainly that one guy. I don't think you outright didn't like anybody else, but it's not hard, and Rook, but it's not hard for them to make you not like somebody. It's like, we just really need you to be a jerk on the way in, so that when you do die, people won't be so sad about it. So at least to that point, we could say that actor really understood the assignment and carried out what he needed to. And one more time before we get out of here, I want to be sure to remind you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over on the Patreon right now. There's other full-length movie reactions over there, exclusive television show reactions, including reactions to Alien Earth that are coming out as we speak. All kinds of stuff. I hope you go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And a special thank you to my Seen Everything patrons, Aunt Vess and Stevie. Thank you so much for your support. And that is it, folks. I really appreciate you watching this one with me, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.